One of Indonesia's major problems is plastic pollution because plastic cannot be decomposed quickly. So, in my research, my title will be ABBP, Antibacterial Biodegradable Plastik, Inovasi Plastik Ramah Lingkungan dari Alang-alang, Imperata clyndrica dan Limbah kulit jeruk manis citrus sinensis sebagai bioplastik antibakteri. My name is Rangga Saputra from SMA Negeri 2 Unggulan, Talang. Based on data from Indonesia's Plastic Industry Association or INAPLAS and the Central Statistic Agency, it shows that plastic waste in Indonesia in 2020 reaches 67.8 tons and placing plastic waste as the second largest contributor after organic waste. If this allow to result in a buildup of waste and become causes pollution and environmental damage. So we need a solution to answer this pollution. One solution to solving this problem is by replacing conventional plastic with bioplastic that can be decomposed quickly. Bioplastic can be developed by utilizing natural resources like cellulose, and the natural resources that contain cellulose is kugen grass. Kugen grass contains 40.22% alpha cellulose. The content of cellulose more than 40% makes kugen grass a potential raw materials for making bioplastic. However, considering the research and bioplastic has been done a lot, so the research is innovated by adding sweet orange peels extract as an antioxidant and antibacterial. Based on the data from Liu 2012, sweet orange peel extract can inhibit E. coli, S. aureus, Saccharomyces cerevisiae, and Aspergillus niger. It didn't stop there. Researchers also innovated bioplastic with adding POC or liquid organic fertilizer that contain macronutrient and micronutrient that good for plants. Here's the formulation of the problem in this research. In my research purpose, I want to determine the effect of adding glycerol and chitosan to the mechanical properties of ABBP to find out whether ABBP can extend the shelf life of foodstuff and to know the bioplastic from Imperata can decompose naturally and to find out whether the waste from ABBP can be used as a fertilizer for plants. This research using experimental methods such as place and time of research, tools and materials, research procedures, and data collection and data analysis. This is where the place and the time of my research, and this is the tools and the materials that I use in my research. Research procedure, the process of isolating Imperata cellulose. First, we isolate the cellulose of Imperata powder with delignification method. Cook Imperata powder for 2 hours at 90 degrees Celsius with nitric acid and sodium nitrite. After that, filter and wash the sample, and then degaze it at 50 degrees Celsius for 1 hour with sodium hydroxide and sodium sulfide, and then filter and wash it again, and cook at 80 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes with sodium hydroxide. Last, dry the sample in oven at 60 degrees Celsius for 1 hour and we have a pure cellulose. Next, sweet orange peel extraction. First, we extract the powder of sweet orange peel with maceration method. Dried orange peel with oven at 90 degrees Celsius for 1 hour. After that, blend it till smooth and filter with 70 mesh sieve. And then immerse the powder in 300 ml of a 95% alcohol with a ratio 1:10, followed by agitation at 500 RPM at room temperature for 2 hours. After that, stop the agitation and macerate for 24 hours. And filter the extract with a filter paper, then evaporated the eluent with rotation setting of 60 RPM, temperature in 50 degrees Celsius and pressure of 100 MBR for 2 hours. Before being applied to bioplastic, the orange peel extract was first dissolved in distilled water in concentration 1% and heat at 70 degrees Celsius. 30 minutes. Next, making POC. First was fruits and vegetables waste. After that, make fermentation solution by mixing brown sugar, yeast, and water, and then mix it in closed container and ferment for up to 3 days. For making a plastic base, first add 20 grams of cellulose, 25 milli of sweet orange extract, 25 milli of VOC, 50 milli of aqueous, 30 milli of glycerol, and 15 gram of chitosan into a beaker glass, and then string and heating on a hot plate with a temperature 85 degrees Celsius for 30 minutes. String it until homogenized. Last, plastic moldifying process. First, prepare bioplastic solution into a baking sheet, and then put into oven at 40 degrees Celsius. Last, stand for 4 hours dry. After that, cool the ABBP to room temperature and remove ABBP from the mold. After make ABBP, the researchers test the ABBP with these testing parameters. After that, we analyze the data and process the data into graph and table. Now we are moved into results and discussion. As you can see, for Formula 1 in tensile strength had the strongest tensile strength because in Formula 1, the amount of glycerol is not too much, which is only 60% of the total mass of chitosan and glycerol. Because when glycerol is mixed with polymer solution, it will form hydrogen bonds between molecules, which cause the interaction between polymer molecules to decrease, thereby facilitating the movement of polymer molecules. And from the elongation graph, it can be seen that the highest elongation result in 10 grams chitosan and 45 milliglycerol, obtain elongation of 66.30%. Biodegradability level test of ABBP. Actually, ABBP can be degraded naturally with 14 to 45 days. On the 14th day, ABBP start to break down, and on 35th day, ABBP already started to tear and break and was divided into several parts. On 48 days, the plastic completely decomposed. The plastic becomes crushed. Now, here the testing ABBP of saving shelf-life foodstuff. ABBP can extend the shelf life of foodstuff, where the apple test with ABBP containing sweet orange peel extract can be inhibited browning reaction and putrefaction reaction, and decay reaction with 8 days compared to apple wrap with ABBP without several orange extract and without wrapping, which browning and decaying reaction are faster. And last, testing the effectiveness of ABBP as organic fertilizer. In this test, the researchers used spinach. The spinach test with the addition of ABBP was superior to the growth of stem height, leaf length, and leaf weight with an average 3.18 cm when compared to spinach under controlled condition without the addition of ABBP within 20 days of testing. So, based on my research, we can conclude that the addition of chitosan and glycerol can affect the mechanical properties of ABBP. ABBP can be degraded naturally within 14 to 48 days. ABBP can extend the shelf life of foodstuff, and ABBP can be an organic fertilizer and can increase the rate of plant growth. And this is the suggestion that we can use to improve this research for a better quality. Save the world by using ABBP.